Well, hello everyone! It's me, and Izzy, and I'm back! Back with some more Dreamlight Valley. I really have started getting into decorating haze again in the past couple of days, and been collecting a lot of materials so that I can fill up my chests and all that kind of stuff. So I'll definitely be doing some more decorating today. But hi, how is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing alright. Autumn is slowly starting over here and I'm absolutely loving it. We had some lovely rain this week. Well, I'm inside, the rain is lovely. If I have to go outside, it's less lovely, let's just face it. So I hope the coming weeks while I'm doing my internship, the times that I'm going there, like on bike or on foot, it's gonna be good weather. Let's hope. So I don't have to run or, well, walk or bicycle through the rain, but we'll see how that goes. I'm so excited though to start on Monday with my internship. Got my schedule this week, last week, end of last week? Yeah, it was Saturday actually, for the coming 4 months up till December, halfway through December. Should be working every week, like 2 to 3 days, sometimes weekends, sometimes weekdays, late, early, a bit all over the place, but that's what work in healthcare is kind of like. So yeah, we'll see how that will also affect things like me wanting to stream or game, because I will have a lot of work for school as well. Make sure I am the best I can be at the end of this half year, so I can finally get that diploma and go actually work in a healthcare facility with people with disabilities. And then maybe slowly from there on also integrate some more gaming in there, so people there have the option to do that and know they have that option. But we'll see how that goes. That is future Izzy talking already, and she's very excited. For now, this time Izzy, present Izzy, she is just nervous to start at school again because it's been a year and a half now. And that time I do feel like I've grown, but there's definitely still quite a bit of insecurities in me that I have to work on and that I hope I can work past and not have them affect my schoolwork, my internship as much as it has done in the past. It's definitely gonna be a journey still, but one I'm excited to take and one I hopefully will be able to end on a positive note, because this is definitely the kind of work I really want to be doing, and I hope I can be doing that soon enough. But unfortunately, like most jobs that require a bit of knowledge, they also require a diploma. Just knowing how to treat those people and how to do the job is not enough. That paper needs to be there, and that's definitely a pressure that I don't always deal with that well. So let's hope this time I do. And when I'm not at school, I'll definitely still be gaming and streaming as much as as much as my health slash my mental state allows. So I look forward to seeing me stream at potentially weird hours of the day as well. But I'm definitely gonna try and keep it to at least once, maybe twice a week if I feel like it. To slowly get back to it, and who knows, in the future it might be more. For today, I have some more Dreamlight Valley on the schedule. I've really, like I said, been enjoying it for the past week again, with a lot of running around, just collecting all the materials, filling up my chests, and leveling all my companions, because I'm not done with that just yet. Let's switch this. There we go. Currently on 2 more owls, and then we're really close to leveling all of them. Kind of happy about it. Oh, hello there, Miss Tiana. Hope you're doing fine. For today, I definitely want to see if I can finish my drive-in. Although this girl just came with a thought the other day. Literally earlier today, I believe it was. Which might mean that I'm not just going to be doing that, but I'm going to be throwing a lot around in the area around the diner that we finished the past 2 weeks. I try to keep the decorating or the big decorating stuff for my streams at the moment because I do like sharing my process and like rambling while I do so. So I haven't really done any of the changes that I'm thinking of. But I've definitely been trying in my head to think about, okay, what if I do it like this or like that, or what if I put this there and put that there. Oop, I thought for a second something was wrong with the stream, but it seems to be okay. It seems to be okay over there. Good. So, as you guys know, I've been working on my diner over here in the Wastes in the first DLC. We did the interior of it, all of it, the other day. And for now, I have like Jasmine living over here in a very deserty area with lovely walls around it. Kind of loving it, but at the same time today I started thinking I would imagine her more living like in a bit of an oasis kind of situation, so a bit more green. And then it hit me, there is one oasis in this area, which currently has a gazebo in one area where you can do fancy dining, because there's a fancy table in it. So this part with the green shiny road, which I really do like. And then down there I just made like a little picnic area with a fishing spot, which funnily enough the chair does get used from time to time by characters to just sit in there. Not necessarily to fish, they tend to do that while standing next to it, which is kind of sad. It would be fun if they would actually go sit in that chair and fish from that chair. But we can't have everything, I guess. But yeah, that's definitely a fun thing to see. So now all of a sudden I was like, what if I take my gazebo, place that down there? So redo that whole area, have Miss Jasmine and Mr. Aladdin live up here, maybe add some walls then over here, I guess, like along this. Not sure yet how that's gonna work. Because then I can have the whole desert area to put Flo's Cafe and have the drive-in be a bit bigger, but also have actual space for the Cozy Cone Motel, which I still don't have because of the freakishly annoying, and I really mean annoying, way they're time gating this stuff. I need 300, I still have one duty to finish, just need to serve one more person at the restaurant and I'm done with that. So that gives me 200, meaning I have to do the last week of duties as well, which we don't know yet what they're gonna be before I can actually get it. I'm not sure how big it is, but I want a few of those, and with the space I've got left right now, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna be able to place maybe one, maybe two, and that's gonna be it, depending on how big they are. And I do believe they are pretty sizable. So having that whole area, so this whole area as well, would actually be wonderful. Meaning all of this needs to go elsewhere. I do not want to mess about too much with my farmer's market, well, with my agroball market. It is more now, so this area I don't want to mess with it because I love it too much. I have, let's see, I have this tiny area left that I haven't done anything with yet, but that is not enough space to do something nice for the two of them. And here I've got Wally and Eve, and I do not want to move them. As of now, I don't have another biome where I think I could create this wasteland kind of feel that I feel Wally deserves and needs. Eve, on the other hand, could maybe go in a greener area, but well, Ollie definitely doesn't, and we don't really have another area where Wally would fit in my opinion. Sunlit Plateau might be an option, but at the same time, I do like all of the Lion King feel that I gave to that, so I'd rather not change that up too much. So I'm kind of doing this with my fingers, keeping them crossed for the new expansion for Wish Blossom Ranch and the biomes we're gonna get there. I'm not very hopeful if some of the rumors that people are speculating about are true, that we're gonna get another wasteland-ish kind of area. It sounds like the Wish Blossom Ranch first area is definitely gonna be more of a farmer's area, ranchy type, so green plants all over the place. There is an article that appeared in, I believe it was Game Reactor, where they were talking with the devs, and those people also got to play a little bit of Witch Blossom Ranch at Gamescom at the end of August, where they were saying something about a cavern system, the Glittering Cavern, I believe they called it, which is going to be one of the biomes, I personally believe. So that would be Vitalis mines, but bigger, I think. We'll see about that. I guess there is rumors that there's going to be a whole honeypot Winnie the Pooh type area, because we can indeed see a honeypot mountain in the trailer that they already posted. I'm wondering if that is indeed going to be a whole biome. Some people do say it will be, because there's also a tree apparently in the trailer. I haven't really spotted it as being the tree with the honeypots that we already have in game as decoration. But some people claim it is, and that because there's a distance between them, it has to be a whole biome. I'm more of a mind that the honeypot mountains might be a bit like Teapot Falls that we had in the second DLC, which seemed to allude like Alice is coming, but she was not part of that DLC. So my opinion still is the Winnie the Pooh mountain, so the Honeypot Falls is just a hint. Winnie the Pooh might come in the future. We already have furniture that's linked to him, so it would not be a stretch to think he is actually coming to the game. But I do not believe that he's going to be part of Wish Blossom Ranch. I could be wrong, because ranching, so farming, Rabbit would fit in really, really well, if you think about it, because Rabbit, after all, is a farmer. I'm not sure how Winnie the Pooh would fit in with the whole Wish Blossom Ranch theme, except for that Honeypot Mountain that we are 100% sure of that we saw. People have also spotted a giant cherry, so thinking we're gonna get some candy-themed area. Some people even going as far in that as saying we're gonna get this candy-themed area so that we can have a place to place Vanellope, because there is no place to place her. I personally think she fits perfectly in the Frosted Heights, because frosting is white as snow, so she fits there. Would it be nice to have an area that's more candy themed where she would fit in better? Definitely, but I would not go as far to say that right now we don't have a spot for her. But that's also personal preference, of course, which is a lot of this. Some people are claiming that, like, come on, my light is not cooperating. Some people do like to think that the cherry, meaning a candy-themed country thingy, it means that we are going to get King Candy maybe as the villain, who is the villain in Wreck-It Ralph. I'm not sure. First DLC, yeah, we got Mr. Jafar, who just showed up here actually, as a villain who had no ties to any of the characters that we got, any of the other characters we got. So we got him, Gaston, Rapunzel, Oswald, and Eve. So 5 very different movies, 5 very different characters all in one expansion. Second expansion though, yeah, we got Merida, we got Flynn, we got Hades, and then in the second part we actually got Maleficent and Aurora. So we got a princess with her villain. So there was actually a link between one of the villains and one of the other characters we got. So there is not really an established pattern yet on if an expansion we're gonna get is gonna have a villain, a main villain that is tied to one of the other characters in that expansion, seeing in the first one it wasn't the case, in the second one it was. So we're definitely gonna have to see if it would be linked to one of the characters in the new DLC. I'd assume the Evil Queen might be a good choice, because we're getting Snow White. But I guess we'll have to wait and see when the DLC actually drops, or maybe the 15th of October, so in about a month, a little over a month. We'll also know a little bit more, so maybe we'll know a bit more about that at that point. We'll see. So yeah, for now, I think the only move I could do to create more space here for the Cozy Cone Motel area would be to indeed move Jasmine and Aladdin over to the Oasis. Because every speculation we've gotten about Wisp-Blossom Ranch is not really telling me, okay, that would be a place for either Wally or Eve to go, or Aladdin to go. So, yeah, I think that might be a move to do. The other option would be to move them to one of these areas. But I think those are too green. They're more jungly, not oasis-like, whereas this feels more like an actual oasis, which would be more in line with the feel of Aladdin. The question becomes, if I do that,
Makes me happy too.
should I already start on my drive-in here? Or should I wait for that until I actually have the cozy cones, so I can see if maybe this is still gonna move a little bit? Maybe move those all the way over to the corner, or more into the corner here, so the drive-in can become bigger and you can have the cozy cones next to Flo's and the gas station. As an option would potentially be having Flo's. In that case, if I move them, having Flo's like in the corner here, it's gonna fit straight with that path perfectly. Have the gas pumps right next to it, and then the cozy cone over here. Oh, depending on how big they are, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 would be ideal. And then have the gas station here, and then the drive-in can actually become a lot bigger. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, meaning I think I'm gonna start with removing everything in my oasis. It's gonna pain my heart so much because I love the area. But at the same time, I have been wondering whether or not to keep it the way it is. And I think now is as good as any time off to start changing everything. Take all my flowers away. Take all the trees. Take all the road. Oh, the game is gonna be happy because it couldn't stop removing my gazebo, so... Hey game, look! Gazebo's gone. You happy now? I might actually place the gazebo at the bottom area, not sure yet. Okay, that should be everything in the top area. So the idea would be having Jasmine and Aladdin living in this area. And then maybe put like a little garden area down here. So that would mean this area would have to empty out as well. But we're gonna do that later on. We're just gonna start area per area because it's kind of pointless to do all areas at the same time. Plus, it gets very confusing if you try to do that. I found it's best to just focus on one area at a time and then just go ahead from that. That's me, and that's also how my inspiration tends to strike. It's not like I start playing and I instantly know all my areas. It's like, okay, this area feels like an area for this or that character or for this or that movie, and then I start playing with that idea. But that's very personal, I believe. I know there's some people that are like, hey, you should play this game like this, or you should do it like that. Or I've recently been seeing these posts pop up on YouTube videos like, hey, you're playing the game all wrong if you're not doing this or that. And I personally hate that. I like sharing my progress, and if it helps people, it makes me happy. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's not like I feel like I'm entitled to say, oh, I helped this or that person to get the thing that they wanted or to do this because they were doing it all wrong. It just feels wrong to say that, honestly. I don't know why there's people that... Part of that is definitely clickbaiting people and like trying to get a rise out of people like me, potentially. Because I'm definitely one of those that hates it when people do that. I've had too many people tell me, for instance, that I play World of Warcraft wrong because I do not play according to a certain meta build or whatever they are following. If you want to follow those builds, that's all good and well for you. That's not my playstyle, and that's something I'll always tell everybody. If you want to play a game a certain way, then play it your way. Don't let other people tell you how to play it if you prefer playing it in a different way. It's not worth it. Ooh, that might actually work. Not sure if it's gonna look good. That just looks silly. Let's not do that. Do I have another tiny wall? I need a corner. Okay, I need to go back. I need to check something. Because furniture mode is all nice and dandy, but it doesn't really tell you what it's gonna look like if you're walking towards it. From here it looks fine. Also, hi Joy. Hi Sadness. That looks good. I don't think I want to put walls all around. That would mean cutting off this corner, basically. Which is just gonna look weird. Putting those on an angle. I mean, I can, but I can't put them close enough to... Something like that, I believe. This one could potentially also fit here. And then maybe this fits better. Nope, it does not. Give me similar items, please. Tower and wall, so that's the end one. Yeah, so if I wanted to do something wall-wise, it would literally cut into that, which is just gonna look kind of awful. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Remove all my walls here. We definitely want some of the bigger palm trees there. We need a path going to here, to there, and over there. So I'm just going to keep there for a little bit because I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. And same cactoberries. I'm going to place them down here for a bit until I decide what to do with them. What is going to annoy me is that the area here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots that are undiggable. I do still get diggable spots in this area as well, but a lot less because of those 8 being there. Luckily, I don't need those digging spots all that much. The stuff they give me is currently not stuff I need. I mean, I can use it to fill up my chests, but a couple of digging spots less is not a big deal at the moment. So here I use this cake dirt path thing. Oh, that's interesting. Remove all doesn't remove everything anymore because of the new way paths work. That's kind of annoying. I hope that's all of them. Okay. So I'm gonna remove it anyways. We do want this one somewhere here for gathering reasons in some of those trees. And we want this to feel like some kind of palace garden. So pathways, let's start with that. I usually do that as one of the last things because I place a lot of decorations. Right now, this area, I don't think I'll put that many decorations. It's going to be more path and greenery. And a path is going to help me decide where I'm going to place all the green stuff. What was this again? Was this anything interesting? Not really. So we could go very over the top with the golden roads. We do also have the green roads, and we have a yellow version of it as well. I think that's going to be too yellow. That's too yellow. Nope, that's not it either. So I do kind of like this road in a lot of my areas here because it isn't a road. It still leaves some green in between. But I'm gonna say that for something like a palace garden, a little bit less showing of the green and a bit more pathway is gonna be better. This one is not working either. Like I said, we could go very decadent and take one of these. Wait, how many of the bordered ones of this do I have? I think this might actually work. I mean, we are talking palace gardens, so you... something that's a bit more flashy would definitely work. And what I could do is... there's one more behind. One more to each side, I think. And then change the corners to make it a bit more round looking. Oop. What if I do that here? That's better. And then do the corners of these. Oh, that was one escape too many. Yeah, that looks okay for a palace-y type garden path thing. And then I kind of want to do this. Turn, change shape of the side. And do that. Probably change the shape there. No, not all full of those. This one. And then change shape. We can go that. Or do we want it? And we would need a path going this direction as far as it can go. It's very shiny, but I think that will match with like the shiny tops of the towers and things. I am thinking what I could... Nah, it's gonna be overkill. I was gonna think maybe put some walls or something behind the tower. But, I mean, there's a natural wall behind it, so that would be kind of silly. A wall like this and then going there would potentially work, but I think it's gonna be too closed off, and I don't want to do that. So we can place these on an angle, right? So how about 2 of these on this side? And we can't place them on the other side because of reasons. Well, that sucks. I was gonna say put them on both sides. I could potentially make that work. But then the path would have to... Oh, no, 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 no. Wrong button. That one... Oh, no, don't. No. Up. And then we remove this side. Yep. Can we now place? Then we can place 2 trees on this side. One up and then back down. And then from here, add a second one. And then we should be able to place... I think those are placed perfectly. Awesome. And this road actually works really well for this. We want to change a little bit here, make it a little square-like thing with some... with maybe a fountain in between, in the middle. No. Wait. Change that again. Move one side and then do a sharp one here. But one more is not gonna work because I can't move those plants. That was too good to be true, of course, as it always is. Let's search for a nice fountain, shall we? I mean, this would be perfect to place somewhere here. But we'd need more space. What if I moved this one up a bit? So they're all exactly the same. All too matchy-matchy, which I don't like. If I do that, I can actually move this one and do that, and then change that one. But then the fountain is still gonna be too big, I believe. Especially if it's that close to the door. Camera in the walls. Yeah, that fountain is just too big for that. And I do feel like the trees are standing too close to each other now, so up, up. Let's fix that hole. There we go. there. No. And like so. Something like that. I could technically try that, but that looks weird, right? Yeah, that doesn't look too good. Use that one and do that. And I think this might also just look better. Okay, but I do want some kind of fountains or something in this area. Like some water thingies, water features. These are a lot of fun. Or at least they were, but they recently changed the way the water looks on these, which is kind of sad. No, wait, no. They used to actually squirt water properly from one side to the other side. Not this. Whatever this is. So this is definitely not it. But we do have another... No. I was typing, not pressing F to close this thing. Do I... Wait. If they're not called a fountain, then what are they? Something something tile. No. Okay, this is gonna be annoying because I know what I'm looking for. I know I have them. I may have used all of them. That is possible too. So we're quickly paying a visit to Scrooge. The right one? Yes, I did too. The right one. Wow. Hi, Sadness. Sadness is absolutely adorable, by the way. She is very, very shy at the same time. She's not just sad, she's also shy, and it's just so adorable. Furniture. Problem here. I cannot look up by name, which is really annoying. I think they're from the park? Are they not? Apparently they're not. Oh, that's gonna make it trickier then. So I would almost... let's try with grey. I was indeed out of them. Grand Fountain Tile. And they are indeed in the other category. Yeah, it would be really nice if they allow us to search for things by name at Scrooge as well. They allowed us to do that now in furniture mode.
Thank you kindly.
I'd assume they can do that for Scrooges as well. They just haven't chosen to do that yet. I'm choosing to believe it's just a matter of it time before that comes. But I can't imagine it being that difficult to implement that. But yeah, what do I know? I'm not a game dev. And I know that some things may look very easy to add into a game, but that are in the end actually not at all. Just like some bugs may seem very simple to fix from our point of view, but if you then actually look at the dev side of things, it's not as easy as we thought. Having some dev people that I know that work in game dev has taught me that, and also given me a lot of respect for those people that actually know what they're doing. Fountain! Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Can fit 3. The only problem is we cannot make these go at the same time. I've known loading screens to fix it, but it doesn't always. So let's walk in the house, walk out again. Ooh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Maybe that makes them now go all at the same time, but I'm not counting on it, to be fair. Oh, they are. Huh, wonderful. Yep, I kind of do like that idea. So now we need a whole bunch of greenery around that castle still. And then I think down there we're gonna make a courtyard with like a bit fountain and some seating areas, that kind of stuff. Kind of wondering if I shouldn't have put the castle over there. Nah, it's fine where it is. And what I'm also gonna do is the cactoberries are in this area. And I do believe there was more. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove some things so I can actually see what I'm doing. Some of these trees are very much in the way. I was trying to grab that one, not the path. Go away. You is what we were looking for. It's gonna be so weird when everything is gone here. Oh, I can't move that because of the food that's on there. And other decorational thingies. Food I can't remove like this. You can move, you can move. No. And my animal house can go as well. I think that's everything I can, well, except for the vacuum, I can remove from there. Okay. That also means that we only have 3 cactoberries and one tree with dates. I think what I want to do is take this little sitting thing that I had placed there and place it over here. Maybe some trees next to it for a little bit of shadows, a little bit of shade. So they have like a little thing they can sit at because you can't sit on this. Oh, I could add. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, not you. The other one. That one. Right. So you can actually sit. But yeah, this could use with some kind of canopy or something that goes over it. Let's see how we're gonna do that. Because a gazebo is gonna be too big. We have tents, but I do believe they are gonna be a tad big as well. So that's directly a big one like this, so that's too big. And I know that with the windows... yeah, it's indoor only. There's these really amazing little tent-like windows, like these Agrabah market stall windows that we unfortunately can't put outside, which is really, really sad because they look really good. I would have loved to be able to put some of those on the walls, because that on walls like this, so I could put some walls here somewhere, like maybe on the outside, move everything a little bit in. Would be a pain in the ass to do, but then I could actually have it look like there is a wall with windows and everything next to it, which would have been really cool. But yeah, that's not really a thing. So we don't really have tents or something we can place. Thinking, is that normally a thing you can sit on or not? Tired of slow walking? So I have those set out here as well. And I do believe... no, you can't sit at them, which is kind of sad. Do you want maybe one of the pillows? See, I need a tent like this, but slightly smaller, and then I can place it over there. I could maybe use the market stall things for that. Right? Yeah, they have those things on the side, which is kind of sad. Else I could say, like, I'm gonna place one of these. But the jars and stuff on the side just look weird. That's unfortunate. It's something like that I'd want here. As if it's like giving some shade. Oh, we don't have anything like that. Just the other one. The red one has less jars. But it still has like the carpets on the side and things, so no. We're gonna have to make do without, because the only other options would be... maybe this one could fit? Oh, it doesn't fit underneath it! But that one could actually work if I can... use some of that. Because here, and should be able to take a picture. That kind of works. It's not perfect. And if we ever get a gazebo or an awning or a stall thing that would look better here, I'll definitely switch it out. But for now, it just feels right that there should be something above it. Now I'm just thinking this has a glass ceiling. And this is a deserty type area, so that is just going to make it extremely hot underneath there, so that doesn't make sense. We need to find something better. So I could just for now go with trees, and then later on, if ever anything gets added, I can always change that. And I think I'm going to be doing that. So for now, we're going to go with trees. We don't want the everlight trees. We want the palm trees. Those are the small ones. We want the big ones. I prefer the other ones. There we go. There's some natural ones there, so without the plant box underneath. I'm gonna place these over here. For like a little side garden. Would be nice if we can take the boxes around those away, but currently I cannot do that. Give me 1 minute, because one, there is an ad break currently, but two, there is something fishy going on with my ad breaks. I just noticed. What is that one? Ads. Well, that's interesting. So it's set to a 3-minute ad break every 60 minutes. That way I don't get pre-rolls, so anybody that comes in instantly sees my face. Unless they're unlucky and it's exactly in my ad break. But my ad break thing on Stream Elements is only saying it's 2 minutes. Whereas my settings for my stream are literally set to 3 minutes. Something's buggered. When isn't it though? Okay, so, let's see, so... We do kind of want to keep the view over there for people sitting here. I was thinking maybe put the little snow sandcastle thingy over here. With some low foliage. So, sand. Alright, what was it called again? I don't remember. So let's just go find Aladdin. Over there. Apply easy filter. Oh, here we have them. The Agra wooden stall window, open window, ornate window. I mean, the ornate window looks pretty, but it goes to the inside of a room, which doesn't make any sense. It's kind of sad we can't use this outside. It's also very annoying that I have the walls here, but the little castle was it called again? See, I should not have removed it because now I lost it. Palace? No, that gives me those. I do want a few of those, like... I need to get more of those. I know there's one or two over here, I believe. In here. Oh no, I didn't use them for that. Okay, then I need to go to Scrooge's for those. Oh, come on. What was it called? Grab... Okay, seriously, this bugs me that I can't find it when I need to, when I want to find it. So... It's not an Aladdin thing. It's not a Disney thing. It's gonna be under others. It wasn't part of any of the star paths, so can't use that to find it. It's more of an outdoorsy thing. Apply filters. And let's just see what we find. Gonna be something a bit longer. Oh wait, no. There's the sandcastle walls. Ah, come on! You got to be kidding me. That's all the newer stuff. And that's way too far back, so no, not gonna find it that way either. Oh, this is annoying. I'm gonna take a quick sneak peek on Google. Really? Yeah, that one. It was something centerpiece? Was it that? Centerpiece? Yes, that was what it was. Jasmine's centerpiece. Hi, Anans. How are you doing? I'm messing up my whole valley again. Or at least part of it. Corner tower and tower corner. You got to be freaking kidding me. That's two different things. You can wait then, because you're only one of you. So if you're sitting here, you can look out over the little castle. Maybe put some plants or something still around it. Foliage. I also need to place that one in my fairy village too. Really happy the jungle vines are now actually in the game as something you can place. So they're the green variant of the night thorns that are all over the place. Of course, the night thorns you rather not want to have all over the place, but these feel like they should be. Okay, so what I was looking for is something like this one. Maybe with the flowers facing this way. And one with cactus with a little bit of pink. Yeah, sure, why not? And then maybe some underbrush. Depending on if we have some nice ones. No, they're not nice. Oh, don't tell me this is one of those that's bugged. It's... Wait, what? Yep, those are very much bugged. That's kind of annoying when things are bugged like that. I think it may be bugged because those are supposedly supposed to go in the water, maybe? See, in this area it works perfectly fine. In this area it's just like, nope, you're not placing them because there's no water there. So it actually makes sense. That's interesting. What we need is some low shrubberies. Maybe even... Where are they? Oh, they're not here. Wait a minute. Thinking something like those Metopia ones, but then the very colorful one. Because these are just very, very pretty. They're very pink. Pink is not necessarily my color. But these bushes are just absolutely gorgeous. May have to move my castle sideways a little bit. Fit this one better. I definitely need to move it even more sideways. So it's more in front of that one. I think that's going to be too much unless I move this one a little. Yeah, looks good. And you still have a wide open view of like the stars and stuff when sitting here. My fountains are more or less going at the same time, so yay! That's a thing. And we have a little garden there. I want a few more of these palace benches. So we're definitely going to pay another visit to Scrooge. I'm hoping there are people theorizing that if you buy enough things at Scrooge every single day, he will be more likely to give you new stuff if you're still missing some things.
Greetings, neighbor.
I've not seen anything to say that that's true. Some people claim that is definitely a thing. I think that's more or less wishful thinking. And that there's not really something you can do to make it so that Scrooge is more kind to you. I still am missing like 4 or 5 items from Scrooge's store when it comes to furniture. All the other things that I'm missing furniture-wise, I've noticed. I started using an app to keep track of it, but I've also noticed that that one is missing some of the newer things, which is kind of annoying. But I've noticed that there is definitely some stuff I'm missing still that is from Scrooge. Not much, just a few thingies. Most of what I'm missing is actually from the Moonstone store. That's interesting. So the palace bench is not a Scrooge. It is not a Aladdin item.
Have a lovely evening.
That's annoying. But it is seating, so let's hope we can easily find it in here. I also hope that this year they fix the Halloween seat. Because unfortunately the one I have is still bugged and makes my game crash. As in, I go sit in and nothing really happens. The game just puts my character there and I can no longer do anything. What I do is... Oh, just go with the vanity thing. Oh well. I got plenty of gold for all this stuff, so having a bit extra is not a bad. Hi, owl. Can you not fly that close to my camera?
Goodbye now. Toodaloo.
Also, Nins. So, what color horse are you gonna make if pink is not an option for Wish Blossom Ranch? We know it's most likely gonna be an option because green apparently is an option and zebra is gonna be an option.
The valley's lights are gray.
So I'm gonna assume pink is gonna be an option, but I was wondering that earlier, like, if we do not get pink horses, what color would Nins go with? As we know she loves her paints. And yes, I know those are two of the same couches, don't care. Can sit here. Just enjoy the view. Look at their little home, or look at the trees, or at the pretty waterfall. It's simple, there's not a whole lot going on here, but I do like it. I do feel like I add some lighting. It's one of those things that I noticed that I tend to forget in a lot of my outside builds is adding light. So adding some kind of lantern posts or whatever. Even though there's some really cool ones in the game. To be fair, for here, I'm not sure what I'd go with. And those are all the indoor ones. Because I don't believe we have something that feels deserty. Maybe... Oh, not the green ones. The green ones are a bit meh. How about these? Nope, they don't feel costly enough. We have the braziers. I have a feeling I'm missing lights in here. So we have those torches, we have those ones. I just realized there's light sources that are missing in the lighting category. That's just very annoying. Not sure if we had any under Aladdin. No, we do not. Yeah, we've got indoor ornate ones. Definitely need outdoor stuff. I'm gonna guess golden shite is gonna be under yellow. Those are not really lamps. Light sources. I could just go for the stone lamps, but... Oh, there they are. These are the ones I was looking for. So yeah, definitely a light source, but the game is like, nah, it's not. It's just kind of frustrating. There we go. Have at least a little bit of light. I think I'm gonna leave my vacuum over there. Out of the way. Alright. So that's one area done. Next one. Let's suck up everything we can. Let's see if the undiggable spots are still undiggable. I'm gonna say very much yes is gonna be the answer here. Yeah. I just realized there's one more item here I need to go. So you are diggable normally, because you are a new one. Okay, so that was indeed still diggable. All these are not. And that's gonna bug me while doing this, so I am gonna do something I said I wasn't going to. Which is the only way of fixing this. And that requires me to take out one specific companion, Mr. Max. Max, go dig. This is so stupid. Literally, this is the stupidest thing ever. I'm not allowed to select any of these digging spots, and something tells me they will be coming back after I started decorating here and everything. But he can just dig up everything. This is just so stupid. But they are in the way if I want to properly be able to decorate. Okay, so that's his work all done, and we can put my owl back. Because else I'm going to forget that. Thank you, cute doggo. There we go. Both my owls back. And after that, got 5 more pets to level. So close. All of these will be level 5 normally. It should be. And some of them still definitely deserve to get a name, but I've not decided on many of them. Okay. So, digging spots gone, so we can decorate. So the idea was here basically is put that tent over here, but also have the fountain over here. So you are definitely going somewhere over there. You may be somewhere in the corner over there. You're coming inwards too much if I put you on an angle. And then this one, which is Jasmine, her fountain. That doesn't look good now, does it? This fountain is basically just too big. Bye-bye, fountain. Let's... boop, boop. What if I do it like so? Does that work better? Nope, that fountain is still way too big. I would love it if we could maybe resize some items when placing them. Like, make the fountains bigger or smaller so we can make them fit better into the area we want to place them. Like that jasmine fountain, I really, really absolutely adore it. It's gorgeous. My first idea was actually to place it somewhere here. I could actually... Wait, couldn't I make that work by moving some of this shit? Just put these like so for a sec. Ba-doo. I could actually potentially make it work here. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Change side shape. And make this one go in one. I can actually make this one work here. No, you go back to your place. This is one that came from here. These can still go here. And then we'll just have to remove that one and place some tall and less tall of these. Maybe one of these. I think the scent fountain is gonna go next to the tent. This actually works pretty well. Huh. Just no, one more idea. I should probably do that on this side too. That actually works really well. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Okay, let's go back to where we were actually working and stop getting sidetracked. So these things I kind of want to place back into the tent. These braziers do give a little bit of light, but not all that much. When you come up here, you can see the tent in the distance. I think it's going to be better over here, after all. And you come up, and then you see the tent over there. That looks a lot better. From that side, and then how does it look when coming from this side? Perfect. So that one is definitely going over there. Now for the interior of the tent, and that's going to be the more annoying part because my camera is going to be very much against me in a lot of these things. Okay, let's just place these things that we had in there over here. And let's see if I can get this behind here. Like I said, my camera is going to be really annoying because of mountains and because of wanting to look inside the tent. The camera doesn't always like that. So sometimes I will have to do this to actually be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so if I can move you one bit over here. Because the camera is gonna try and focus on things it should not be trying to focus on. There we go. Sorry for the stuttery camera movements. That's actually working. Except for that. Okay, go away for a sec. I think it's the pillar over there that's wrongly placed. This pillar can come back here. Move slightly forward so it's actually all the way in. That it can. And then we had two wicker chairs and we had the braziers in front of it. I do like the idea of the braziers in front. We had some num-nums placed. And we had that swing placed, and we had the sand fountain. There we go. Camera movement is being wonky today. Place some things over there, place some apples over here. We can sit on this one now. Really? You're gonna sit there? I had hoped that if I was gonna sit on this thing, I was gonna be sitting, you know, on the front of it. Not... You gotta be kidding me, game. You're gonna put her there. Sometimes this game really makes me wonder who thought of some of these animation and things. I mean, this is perfectly fine. This one I can sit on as well, which is just gonna be, you know, literally sitting on one like you should be. It's perfectly fine too, and then you have the other one and it's like, nope, I'm just gonna place you over there. But okay, camera, can you stop being annoying? I want that one instead of the white one that I'm currently sitting on. I think it's gonna look better. It's definitely bigger though. It is gonna look better. There we go. That does indeed look better. Camera, what the frick you doing? Okay, cactus, can you buzz off? pathway wise here, I don't think I want to go all golden and glowy and shiny, but a bit more natural. One thing I would like to see implemented with the pathing is some paths that are definitely more natural looking. I mean, we have a few. We've got pebble paths and that kind of stuff. But I kind of like, for instance, these two. But they look too fake-ish. So a pathway like that would be really nice. That actually looks like gravel. We have this one, which is not bad, but it's too gray, for instance, for this area. So here, I think I'm gonna have to go with the natural rock path, and I don't think I want to border with that one. Or I could actually go for my ancient roads here. The garden path stones and the mome rat ones are really nice. The mome rat, I'm kind of sad that they don't jump up and down like they're supposed to. They just lay flat and don't do anything. Unless they've changed it with a recent update, but I don't believe they have. I do believe they're still just very static. Laying there. Just jumping a tiny bit. I have used some of it in my maze because, after all, it's an Alice thing. But I would like to see it being something I can do more with and that actually lives the way they're supposed to be. But for now, we'll have to make do with what we got. The garden path stones are nice, but are very repetitive looking. So I'm still trying to figure out ways of properly using those. This one is going to be annoying to put on an angle though. Yeah, those are not going to work on an angle, so that's not going to work. Can do real fun stuff with those though. So yeah, I think I am going to go with my trusted Ancient's Path. Also reminding myself I need to make more vacuums so that once the DLC hits, I got the vacuums I need. Guess we're gonna need lots of vacuums again, I'm pretty sure. No, you. And there, go the other way around. One more there, also change shapes like there. And that path we want to go over there, and then maybe over here? Not sure about that part yet. I do know I want it to go all the way over here. Come on. Side there. Inside there. That's very straight. That's too straight. So we're gonna take a few away here and place a few over here. it has to go around something, so maybe place a tree or something over there. And then there's something similar here, but then on this side. Up. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Maybe take these away. And there's something similar on this side. That could work. I can work with this. So then the question becomes, do you want to run a path over there? Or are we going to do that differently and mimic a path by placing some trees or some of the braziers in a shape towards the path? Ugh, this is gonna be annoying. No. That works. I just need to fix my path. Side ship. Remove a few here. Remove a bunch here. That one is off. That's better. Camera, what the fuck are you getting hung up on now? It's stuck in something again. There we go. Okay, no, we're gonna remove those two. I'm gonna add instead sponge, maybe? Remove them from there. I don't know. Not sure about this. I'm not convinced yet. I'll see what decorating on the side does to maybe alleviate some of my skepticism about that one. Also, why is my game not... Okay, there we go. This little area is very annoying to decorate because of the camera getting stuck in there, in over here, and then not doing what I wanted to do. Ooh, do we want to place this one over here, actually? We can, you know, swing over the water. Well, you are not allowed to put it over the water. And you can sit on it and swing while looking at the water. Too bad we can't actually swing. Ideally, you want it to be the other way around. Nah, the waterfall is a prettier view, right? Yeah, the waterfall is a pretty view here. So let's put it this way around. And then... I just noticed people saying chat's not loading. Is it still not working? Is Twitch being a douche? Okay. I mean, not my chat is always super active, but it would be nice that chat just loads so people can actually talk to me if they wanted to. Okay, so we have the swing there, we have that over there, now we have this whole area. We definitely want to have some pets running around here. So, pet companion houses, or it's called companion. It's companion. Companion. So we have these little wicker companion homes, which are absolutely adorable. Which would go really well with that. And then not just that, we have a companion bathtub. I think I want to go for the one with the petals and stuff in it. We can have like a little spa for our pets here. Seeing we are in doing some Aladdin stuff here, I kind of do want to put one of my cobras here, but I also want to place some adorable capybaras. I do really like the cow one. I just noticed it's not showing which ones are already assigned in other places. And I think I just removed one from one of my other houses. Monkeys. There's that black one. Where are all my monkeys? Hey, Anins! Ah, glad it's fine now. Stupid Twitch. Really odd though. But one of the classic monkeys here. I kind of want the two lovebirds here. Sorry, Cappy. We're gonna put the two lovebirds here. I wonder if companions actually do something with the bathtub. Oh wait, I'm making a mistake with the pets here. We have a relaxing capybara that should come here. Okay, let's take those away. Where is our little capybara with her outfit? Because that one is actually really adorable. Okay, let's just keep it with that one then. There we go. Not sure if they're gonna do anything with the bath, but we're just gonna place it there. So they have their own little spa over there.
Hey, watch where you're going. Dragon coming through.
Well, hello there, Mushu. Dragon coming through. You watch it. It feels very empty still. We want trees and we want bushes. Definitely want some palm trees, because, I mean, look at where we are, right? You go a bit more to the side over there. Kind of annoying we don't have all that much shrubs, like low plant thingies, besides cactuses that would look okay here. I guess I could go with some of these type of plants that we have from the dock area. Like, this one doesn't really fit here. That fits more over there. There's another palm tree here. Let's hope, by the way, that my path here is now gonna stop it from having like 8 spots that are undiggable. It's really annoying that it did that. So we still have a large open area here, which is not per se a bad thing. Yes, we do have the swing here, which if somebody walks on the path, they're gonna get hit by the person in the swing. That's maybe not the best place to put a swing. Unless I move my path. I has idea. Is he having ideas is dangerous. You go like that. No, over here. Switch. Have you move it a little bit more to there. Oh, you know, my swing is not entirely in the path. I'll place it further forward. But that gives it a little bit more safety at the path there. Hello there, Stormy. How are you doing? Hope you are doing alright. Hope your bronchitis and everything is not bugging you too much. So we have a little bit of space here. No worries. You're on the other side of the world, so that's perfectly fine. Slowly dying. No, don't you go die on us now. Okay, so we have... I don't really see them do anything with the bath. It's kind of sad. Like, there's a table you can place for your pets where they can actually sit, that you will actually see them go towards it and then stand next to it as if they're eating. It's the most adorable table, and it's based on the spaghetti scene in Lady and the Tramp. So I kind of hope that this bath was something they would actually interact with. But it seems like it's just like the bird feeders and the balls and everything that you can place around, which are cute, but they don't do anything with it. Hiya, Snake. Okay, so we have a little bit space here, but I'm not sure yet what I want to place there, because I don't want to make it too crowded either. Maybe just some low foliage and that's it. Just to give it the idea of something being there. Also, can you... Landing, jungle. Okay, I'll give a few of these things, maybe. Maybe the more green one. Where is it? No, that one. Could actually look really good next to some of the trees. I like how these are plants that I can actually clip into other plants. So you can just make it appear as if the bottom of a tree is fully overgrown with these things. Which does make it look a bit more natural. No, we didn't want the tree. I think the blue one does look a bit weird in this area, so we're not gonna do that one. Is this one that we could also place really close? It definitely is. It will mean some leaves are, you know, completely in a tree. But we're gonna have to live with that. Take another one of these, put it on the back side. Okay, that's interesting. On the other side of those trees, you can put it not as close. That's kind of annoying. Hey, that's really funny. It's annoying. I'll place it as close to the tree on the back side as you can on the front side. Interesting to know. That way the capybaras can just eat some grass from that. What other low plants do we have? Oh, we have, but those are under a different thing. We have under foliage, normally, if I remember correctly. I have way too much stuff. It's a Lion King thing that I'm looking for, and they were actually placed in this area before I removed all of them because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use them. And now I do want to use them. It's very typical me. Are they not under foliage, really? Oh, there it is. We have these. Which, unfortunately, unlike its image, does not have... nope. Nope, nope, nope. In the image, in Scrooge or wherever, it actually has a bug in it. As they are basically a reference to the bugs that they eat in The Lion King. And when you place it, the bug's not there. Okay, and we add 4 more of these, so we can place them here. A little bit of deposit there. We have nothing in here between. Maybe over here somewhere? And this area is still a bit empty, but that's fine. We can keep that way. Now we have little green and everything for the beasties that live here. There's just one thing we're missing. I am going to use them here as a light source. And that's the Bayou Fireflies, because I just absolutely adore these. Place it over there, and place one over here, and one flying near the tent, one flying near the water here, one near the entrance there.
Everyone here has a dream, just like me.
I think I'm done with this area. And hi, Rapunzel. Let's just do the walk-in test. Like, here's nothing in front of you when you come in, but that's kind of okay. That way you can instantly see the pretty water. And then you walk over here, and you walk over up here. Towards where Aladdin and Jasmine, and oh my god, I just noticed how perfectly this is actually fitting against this ruined wall that is there that I can't remove. I did not notice. I thought there was going to be a gap in between. Well, there is, but it's absolutely tiny. That's so perfect. And if you come from down here, it also looks wonderful. I actually don't mind the empty spot over there. I thought I was going to mind it because from the furniture mode, when looking from above, it looked bland and empty. But actually, when you walk in this area, it really looks good. Plus, that also means that the game can just dump all the flowers and stuff it wants to spawn here, right over here. Oh, there's another pink cactus for Nins. There we go. Now, I do want to place some seating still next to the water. Can't help myself. You need to be able to sit next to the water. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Where's the other one? The royal. Okay, let's just do this. It's gonna be easier. Wait, it wasn't royal, it was palace. There we go. Oh, that's kind of sad. Needs to be on the path there if I want to place it there. This has to do not with the item, but with the water and how the water is done here. Up to a certain point, you can't get closer to the water, which is really annoying. That will work, I guess. I do think I want another one of these over here. You can sit underneath the tree. I said I wasn't going to add any more trees, didn't I? Okay, what if I move you? Can I place this bench here? And I slightly... that looks weird. Also, where did my path go? Why did part of my path here disappear? Is that because I placed the plant there? Or has the game just been glitching out again? Because it has done that before, that I placed a plant, placed something, went out and half of my path was gone. For no reason. Oh, there we go. Now we can sit at the water. Did I get Gaston stuck? He was acting as if he was stuck over here. That would be kind of funny. Okay, so let's try that again. Walking down here, you have the tent with a lot of seating places. There, you can sit at water. Oh, so the bath allows me to place even more animals here. I was not aware that's what the bath did. Okay, knowing that, we can place my 2 lovebirds here. We already have a monkey and 1 snake, 2 capybaras and 2 birds. So 1 more monkey and 1 more snake. I'll place the pink snake. And what monkey shall we do? Let's go for the 2 one. So now we have a little menagerie here with a whole bunch of animals. Which currently are getting each other stuck. So can you not, guys? My cow is stuck. I named the capybara over there that has the cow spots. I named him Cow because of the spots. Very original, I know. But yeah, that's 2 areas completely redone. We now have this little courtyard with Aladdin and Jasmine's house, where we can sit over here, or we can sit on the benches over here. I really still hate the fact that I can't bring my visitors to my valley over here, so you guys can just see this for yourself instead of me trying to show it on stream or something. Same thing with Scrooge, because Scrooge, I believe the Scrooge over here had something today that was like, I think Stormy might want this. It was either this one or in the second DLC. Let me go quickly take a look. Because I got you the apothecary shells yesterday. And today, one of my Scrooges, and like I said, it was the wrong one. Well, this one I know you're gonna want to have. Because this is Nightmare Before Christmas. But it's at my first DLC Scrooge's store, so I can't invite you over to come grab it, unfortunately, which is so annoying. Because I know you want all the spooky stuff, and for some reason the game is giving me the spooky stuff currently, but in the wrong stores. Yes, I know, right? Just look how pretty it is. I really like the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. I want to do more with it myself, but I'm also hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that Halloween and Christmas this year will get even more Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Because I need more. So I can do like my whole area around my house in Nightmare Before Christmas. I did get the Halloween Town house skin the other day and was like, I'm gonna live in that one. I know it would make me so happy too. Like, Alice in Wonderland is my favorite Disney movie of all time. But Nightmare Before Christmas and Halloween stuff is like a very close second. And then Tinkerbell and the Fairies come like same spot as Nightmare Before Christmas. So the fact Tinkerbell is coming with the new DLC is making me very, very happy. But yeah, this one was over here and I was like, why is it in this store? Because I know somebody is gonna want to have it. And there was another one. I'm gonna have to go to second DLC then, I believe. I was gonna ask you if that was one you wanted as well, so I can keep an eye on it in my main Scrooge store and hoping they appear there. Because it's a bit similar to the apothecary shells, but it's not the same. If I remember correctly. Come on. Loading, loading, loading. Old PCs are so slow. I'm happy for this PC, but yeah, it's a bit slow because it's old. It's about 10 years old. It's one of those things that's on the list for once I've got my diploma, hopefully in January. I have to pay off some debts to my parents, and once I'm done with that, I can start thinking about upgrading this PC, doing some fun stuff again, like getting my subscription for WoW back, getting my year pass for my favorite theme park back, which is the Efteling. I'm not going to go for a Disney one this time around, because Disney is just too far away. Yeah, what's this one?
Mark me words, a villain and their riches.
The Conjurer's Bookcase. I was like, oh, sad, it's so... Stormy's going to want to have this one as well. I think.
I can't wait to explore everywhere.
Okay, then I'll keep it an eye. This is also in the wrong Scrooge store. So I'll keep an eye on this one in the main Scrooge store as well. Because, yeah, this is second DLC. I saw it and I was like, I gave her the... I had her grab the apothecary yesterday. I think this is going to be one she wants as well. So, okay, so this one and the Nightmare Before Christmas store stuff, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on for you. What I was really happy about realizing yesterday, also for our book lovers, and I know Ninja and Meatball are two of those. It's also in the wrong Scrooge store, but these are so nice as well. The stuff from the second DLC, if you like books, make sure you get the second DLC, because it has so many cool furniture stuff that is all bookish. Oh yeah, there were pumpkins here as well, but I don't think my main game had interesting... Ooh, awesome. Yeah, the DLC... you could also, if you have the patience, wait for when the next DLC comes out, which should be November somewhere. Because they might do like a bundle of all 3 DLCs together, which might come out cheaper than buying the 2 now and then the 3rd one later on. But there's no prices known yet for the 3rd DLC. So far on Steam you can wishlist it, but it's just the base version. Every single other one, so the other 2 DLCs both had a bigger version, which was a pack with the other DLC. And some extras, like extra moonstones, extra items like furniture and like a house skin, clothing, that kind of stuff. So depending on how much patience you have, it might be worth waiting till we know more about that and look into getting all 3 at the same time, maybe? But yeah, that won't be till November from what we know. 15th of October, there is the big showcase about the DLC, or at least they say it's a big one, where they will talk a bit more about everything that's going to be in there. Well, we don't know all the details yet there either. But I think it's safe to assume that around that time we'll learn about the pricing of the new DLCs and also maybe packs with the other DLCs, just the main game with that DLC, all that kind of stuff. I'm still 100% convinced that the fact we got the trailer now was just because of the leaks. Now this area feels so empty. Ah! It bugs me. But to actually properly do this area, so like I said earlier, for those that weren't around, the stuff I've put here basically was in this tiny little area. So it has more space now, which does look a lot better. So I'm very happy about that. One of the reasons is that next week I'll be able to get the Cozy Cone Motel stuff. So the house skin, and I want to see if I can place like 2 or 3 down. I'm not sure if we can actually do that with the house skins. Place 2 or 3 of the same one. No, we can't. I can only place 1. That's kind of sad because I'm kind of hoping in that case it's not a house skin and just decorational, so I can place multiple of the Cozy Cone Motel things. Does it actually say if it's a house skin? Now that I think of it. Let's quickly take a look. So I may just have done this for nothing if it is. No, here. Cozy Cone Motel. It does not say if it's a house skin or not. I'm gonna have to ask Nins if she already managed to get hers. Because I think she did buy some of the ice cream cone thingies. Meaning she may have been able to get the Cozy Cone Motel this week. I'm gonna have to check with her later, unless she feels like talking in chat. She doesn't have to if she doesn't want to, of course. If there is indeed... If it's a house skin or if it's a decorational item, she maybe knows. Because if it's not a house skin, I can literally place like 4 or 5 in that big area there. Maybe move flows a little bit so I have more space to do the drive-in. Does mean I'm gonna need to have more rugs with roads on them, but we can make that work. I'm quickly gonna cook one meal over here. Apparently we're cooking for Miss Elsa, so I can get my weekly duties done. And apparently also Wi-Fi's.
Hello.
I has your order. There we go. That means up, one too far. These are all done as well. So yeah, like I said, next week is when I'll be able to figure out about the cozy cones myself. Kind of sad about that. Also, that it's not entirely clear there whether it's a house skin or just a decorational piece. Like I said, I'm now starting to hope it's a decorational piece, because when I don't have any inspiration for a Cars-inspired hotel room, we don't have like Cars artwork or things that would work for it. We have Cars beds. That's about it. Hello there. Welcome to the chat and welcome to my stream. My name is Izzy and I'm currently busy decorating my valley in Dreamlight Valley and trying to figure out how I'm gonna be doing this. I'm only 1,400 something hours into this game, so it's going really well. I really absolutely adore this game, even though I never thought I would. Because I never liked games like this before. I always said Animal Crossing games like that were not something for me. Ooh, thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
Always appreciate new follows. But yeah, I'm now trying to figure out, now I've moved Aladdin and Jasmine over there, how I'm gonna do everything here once I got the Cozy Cone Motel stuff unlocked next week, because of course they had to put that last item on 300 ice cream cones, which is kind of annoying. I really don't like the routine duties. I know I've complained about it last stream an awful lot. I just want to be able to do them all. Having to wait another 6 days to get my last 110 ice cream cones so I can finally actually finish everything is kind of annoying. Also kind of annoying, it doesn't tell me if this is a house skin or not. I usually play a lot of just adventure RPG style games. World of Warcraft is one of my main games still as well, or roguelites at the moment in this vein of Eternal Die, Moonlighter 2, and Realm of Ink are also very much games I'm enjoying, and the Lego games are at the moment on the top of my list of games I play again. Yeah, that I'm playing. Yeah, so what I was thinking about doing is putting the cozy cones over here. Once I have them next week, I can already do some prep work. Remove everything we have. Why? I hate it when people do that. I absolutely, absolutely hate it. I had the feeling this was that type of account. The one like, hey, I do artwork for logos and stuff, and then they show you some crap that they got from this logo generator website kind of deals. The name that she came in with was very much telling. And then they strike up a conversation thinking that that's gonna work in their favor. It does not. It absolutely does not. I get people wanting to make money off their artwork and everything, but there's a time and place for that. And if it's something I'm interested in, I will be the one reaching out to artists and people that do that kind of stuff. I always feel iffy when it's them that are reaching out to me, especially in this way. Feigning interest and then then go like, hey, by the way, I've got some art I want to show you. Mind if I do? I do really want to get artwork for my channel, as in have some kind of logo, that kind of stuff. But when I've got friends that could do that for me, that I'd rather spend my money on. I have a lovely community of WoW players that I know we have a few artists in there as well. That I'd be, would be first on my list to ask. Not some random on the internet that just joins my chat, strikes up a conversation, and oh yeah, by the way, I do art. Every single one that has done that to me so far has been a scammer. Or if you then react to it, they are like, hey, look at this, look at that, look at what I made. And when you do look at what they made, it's a lot of cookie cutter stuff that you can actually make yourself on some logo generating websites. So it just feels very iffy when they do that. Which is instant ban the moment you ask. Okay, so what we were thinking is, okay, let's be Happy Izzy again and just see about the changes I was thinking about. I was placing flows over there, as far as I can into the corner.
Ain't no easy way out of this mess.
You can say that again, narrator. So the idea is having flows over there, either like this or at an angle. And then do these fit here? Nice how the fences go through it. Let's take my fences away. Let's take all of this asphalt away. The reason I'm... You mean the point thingy is cool feature or something I did?
Ooh, okay. What is happening today, everybody?
Yeah, it's Sound Alerts is a external website that has an integration for Twitch, so you can, for which you can use channel points. You can also, I have more of them which you can use with bits, but bits are paid currency, whereas channel points are free. The voice there, specifically the Ain't Easy one, is from the game Bastion from Supergiant. If you don't know Supergiant, you should definitely check out their games because they are amazing. Transistor being my favorite one of theirs. Hades I still need to try out and see. I've been playing more and more roguelites. It's definitely one of those games that I know I have to. I have a feeling they're not on the same line. One of my carpets. Because yes, these are carpets. Oh, they are. And they fit perfectly here, or what? Oh, that is awesome. That's kind of what I was hoping that would work. And I kind of hope I can make this work. But I feel like I won't be able to. That's kind of sad. Because I can't make a carpet to make that work. Well, then we're gonna do it the other way around. Just gonna do this. By the way, if anyone that watches wants these carpets, because these are Touch of Magic items that I use for this road, feel free to poke me. I know some of you girls have me on Discord. Just basically one visit to me should allow you to see them at your Daisy boutique. But if you want to know how that works, just feel free to poke me on Discord. Okay, because the idea I have then is this is going to be annoying with the camera again. Okay, let's do it like this. That's almost the middle of the... No, that's not the one I wanted. It's the other one I want. Customize. I don't know why I'm going in turns like that, but there will be a method to this madness at some point. That's what I could also just do is and that's too far to that side actually. But that I think no, the other one was better, right? I don't want to keep the road over there. So the idea would be... a few more of those. You go away. And then I need one to go that way. Oh, this is not gonna work out, is it? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. We can fix this. We can... let's not just spam those. What if we do one more of those, then one of these, then the road needs to go a little bit more to the side. Is this gonna work? Okay, so it does work. So what I could do in this case is then... no. duplicate that one. And then have here the Cozy Cone Motel stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna remove... No, remove, I said. Because I like my asphalt underneath my diner. And in the whole area around it. More to that side, and then why are you not? Okay, so that doesn't work. All the way to there. That really sucks. Okay, let's see if we can make this work without, getting annoyed by it. Because I know myself. I might very much get annoyed by this. Nope. Nope, only one. It's not too annoying. The fact that there is a little thingy there. I'm actually smart. I remove that one and then it feels even more natural. And I'm gonna see if I can add one more row. No, not in that direction, in the other direction. No, I cannot. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And then you have the road going into the Cozy Cone Motel. I have slight overlap there. I just realized I do need to add some more asphalt on this side. Because, a car needs to be here. Able to get here. I'm starting to have second thoughts about flows over there. This is so typical me. Let's just see it from ground level. From here it actually looks okay.
Okay, who here needs my protection?
Hi, Mushu. We all need your protection always. Because this can go even further to here. I need to move you, but that's a different issue entirely. So then I can... I still can't place a second one properly there. What if I do this? Ugh. And yes, this is how I do most of my roads when I'm working with these rugs. It's a whole bunch of trial and error, basically. You can go all the way there, but that's it. But what if we wanna get to here? And that one ends up being the one we want again, but then that doesn't work. As we can't go further there. And that just looks silly. Yeah, I'm having second thoughts about this idea. I still want the Cozy Cone Motel to go over there, I think. The other option would be use this as a backdrop for the... Wait. Am I just being completely and utterly an idiot? I can just do the drive-in in this area. Keep flows over here. It's easy enough to put her back over here. And then use the area I had set aside for drive-in. Use that as the Cozy Cone Motel area. Because this is just not working. And that way I can put the entrance to the drive-in over here. And have all of this, like maybe put the food thingy over there, put chairs over here. Yeah, that's gonna work a lot better. So you all go bye-bye for now. All this goes bye-bye for now. This one can go back to its spot over there. Flows will be coming over here. Luckily, the interior of Flows has not moved while I was doing this. I would not want to have to redo that. I do believe it was something like this. Slightly more to this side. There. I think may have been even further into there, but I'm not 100% sure. This is very typical me, by the way, doing something and then completely just change my mind and having to redo what I just took away. Wait, I'm gonna take Flows for a second and put her over here. Just so I can properly do the flooring over here. Okay, so that's as far as that goes, and that was as far as that goes, right? Would be nice if we have a tool that you can just say, fill in this area. Instead of having to do it like this. And the fencing, chain link fence, wire mesh fence, that was the one. I think we went till about there. This one went all the way over here. And no, went back then. And we had made an entrance right over here. And these two were on either side of that. Let's just say a car needs to be able to pass through here. And that's possible this way. But no. Let's put our roads back. And then we'll see how that looks. Oop. Oop. Almost there. Oop. And I do believe that should be it. That way cars can come and go on either side. I'm gonna put one more row. Oh. Just because that looks better. There we go. And it's basically this back to what it was. Motorcycle over here. And then we want our corners, our turns. So yeah, I just basically changed everything to see that, nope, what I had before was better. So that changed it all back to what it was before. I do this a lot. As in a lot. Because sometimes it's just it sounds like a good idea or seems like a good idea in my head, and then when I actually execute it, it's like, nope, that was not a good idea. Like, for instance, with this one. It's the other turn that we want. No, no, no. We just want the turn. We want this one. Because then we get one more in over there. Well, we should. Or wait, let's take one row away. So you want it to be all the way there. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, so that's that. And we are gonna do one more row of asphalt just so it fits snugly over there. And there we go. So then we can do the motel over here, and we can use this whole area as the drive-in. I think I like that idea better than what I said before. I should just have not moved all of that, just should have moved that one. So we need a road that goes from there all the way there. Copy this one for a sec. I want to see something. Because that is going to go too far in that direction. Copy this one. Does mean we'll have to open up here slightly. Because else cars won't be able to go out. And then have the road go in this direction. Oop. With the other turn. Yes, I see that doesn't properly fit, but I'm not going to change it anymore because it's been a nightmare to already get them this way. And then here we can start with the drive-in. Or do we want that to start? Oh, no. No. I'm pressing wrong buttons again, you see? Why you do this? No, we want it even further. Add you. I did not tell you. My mouse is starting to glitch. Yeah, that's better. It's not perfect. Then it's not perfectly aligned to the middle there, but it's definitely better this way. And I think I want to start the drive-in over here. So we are going to use more of our chain link fence. Back to homework. You have 2 English papers to write before midnight. Ooh, what topics? What topics do you have to write about before you go? Because now I'm curious. Thesis statements and a supporting paragraph on getting money for college. Fair. That could actually be useful if that gets some attention. Especially knowing with how expensive college can be. I was pleasantly surprised when I got told that mine is being paid for the next half year again. As in the writing it's difficult because they want a certain way of writing, or... Because that I can totally understand. Because that's my problem with school. If I have to write anything, they want me to write a certain way, and then that's not necessarily the way I would write things. Yeah, I can definitely sympathize with that. Add to that for one of the things that we need to write for school, not all the teachers seem to agree on how to exactly do it. So if you do it one way and then next year you have a teacher that wants you to do a different way, that just creates chaos in my head. Speech to text feature. No, speech to text is definitely not flawless, unfortunately. Still has a way to go. It's great it exists, but it definitely still has some work. It definitely needs some work still. It's like the subtitle stuff I'm currently using on Twitch. That is all also speech to text, so some of my way of pronouncing English words, the subtitles are just like, I think you're saying this word, so we're just gonna put that word, which can lead to hilarious subtitles. But yeah, for a thesis, that's not something you'd want. I totally understand that frustration. That is stuff like that. I at least hope that all your teachers agree on how a thesis should be written, and that you don't have one teacher who's like, yeah, this paper needs to be written in this way, but another teacher is like, yeah, but no, that's no good, you need to do it this way. And then the third one is because we have to write reflection reports. So if we encounter a difficult situation at our internship, for instance, you have to reflect on how that affected you, how it affected the other people around you. And then you have one teacher who wants it very elaborate, like 2 to 3 pages, and another teacher is like, nah, half a page is enough. And I'm sitting there like, so which one do I need to... And that's where my potential autism comes in. We still don't know if I do actually have it or not. It just causes chaos in my head, and very much a short... It just shorts. Kortsluiting, we call it in Dutch, which is basically a Dutch word for saying when the electric current shorts. That just happens in my brain basically at that point. Like, I don't know what to do anymore, so I write something, but then it's not good because I don't know anymore how to write it. Yeah, exactly. Basically that. That's what my teachers do as well, and I absolutely hate it, so I'm happy I only have one class this year, and this is a teacher that I know he wants very elaborate. And I do believe I don't have to write reflection reports anymore. We just get a little booklet to fill in throughout our internship about how things are going so they can, you know, see some progress in that. But that's just between me and that specific teacher, and I know how he wants it, so that helps. But yeah, if you have teachers that do not agree and you are not sure yet which one is which, that gets really, really annoying. I really hope you can sort it out. And we're here for you if you need to vent, you know that. Here or on the Discord. There's plenty of us you can vent to. But you got this, girl. I know you do. I'm gonna continue a little bit more. Hopefully, potentially, maybe finish my drive-in thingy. So we're gonna need a ticket booth. Can't have a drive-in without a ticket booth, right? See you later, Stormy. Of course, we need signs telling you where to go for the drive-in. I only had 2 of them. Right. I need to get more of them. Okay, this is kind of annoying there. Okay, well, it's gonna go on this side then. I really need to get a new mouse. So there you can go get your movie tickets. Let's put it a little bit more forward. Izzy? We're not driving on the left side of the road. We're not in England. No. No, 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 no. Oh, damn it! Okay, we're moving our road. No. Yeah, actually we do. We want the other turn. No, not you. Not you. We want the other one. You know, the one I just... Wait. That's the one I just removed, isn't it? Nope, that's not the one we want. Okay, continue. You can reset my filters. So I was putting my shack over there and I'm like, wait, we're not in England. We don't drive on the left side of the road. So we are gonna have to do it this way. The chain link fence all the way over there. And all the way the other way. You come in, you buy your ticket. Then you have one more piece of road. And then you place your car. And then what I was thinking was putting one of the snacky bar thingies over there. Nope, we're gonna place it over here. I was like, place it over there, yeah, right on the screen so that light goes all over the screen. That's maybe not the smartest move. The question becomes, do you want a road leading to the snack bar as well? Or are we just gonna have the road stop where it stops now? Okay, let's see. You come in, you have your ticket over here. You have your snackies over there, and then that's where you watch the movie. So the question becomes, do we want a road? This is slightly less jarring this way around. I think it's going to be slightly less jarring this way around. Yeah, it is. Ba-dee-ba-doo. One of these in front of the... No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have the road end right here next to the ticket booth. There we go. It just doesn't look right to put roads here. It just feels weird, let's put it that way. I mean, main reason why it feels weird to put roads in here is because of the fact that this is basically all big car park. So it would feel better just to put asphalt here all the way around, but the color difference between the roads and then the parking spots would be quite different. Let's start with just placing the seating, and then we can see whether or not we want to I mean, the seats aren't really cars anyways, so... Oh, that's wrong. Let's first place a few right in front. Otherwise, I can switch them out later. Okay, so what if I place them a bit more like that? You want to the side. That way you can look in between the two cars in front. Same for this one. That one, that Something like that. And then just switch out some of the colors. I'll also make that one of these. Or no, keep that one red. Give this one red. I don't know why I took this one out. Make that one of this color. Can you actually sit in these? Oh yes, we can. And now we can watch a movie. And there's space enough for people to, you know, actually see. Awesome. Okay, I'm kind of proud of these. It feels a bit empty still. And I do believe I don't want to go all asphalty on the ground, because that's just gonna look meh. Oh, put my filter back on, because we left. So these we really want to be using right over here. Like the Cozy Motel light. And the luggage. I kind of am hoping at some point we're going to get some of the cars from cars, so I can just switch out these couches for actual cars. But till then, this will have to do. We do still have some space over here that I could do something with, but I currently do not have the inspiration for it. And I don't really see anything in here that I'm like, yep, that's something. I could potentially say I'll put another one because there's a path there. But the problem with that is light on the screen. The car's already giving enough light on the screen, you don't need more. So for now, I think I'm gonna leave it at this until I get some inspiration. I might put some palm trees or something just to dress it up a little bit. Just realized there were still some cactuses there. This way we have made a start on the drive-in at least until we also get the Cozy Motel sorted. I don't want to do too much more. Also, why is my signpost here being all glitchy? There we go. That one needs to move because we moved the road. Drive in, perfect. And another one right over here when you get out of flows. I kind of have a feeling I should be putting this one the other way around. Just because of road. But yeah, I think for now I'm gonna keep this at this. I do believe I've made great progress decorating-wise because I did do these two zones completely anew and I'm actually really liking what I did there. I'm gonna see what plants are gonna do, I was gonna say, and I already see something else that's gonna bug me. I see a digging spot that appeared underneath one of the carpets there. Let's see if we can dig that one up without having to move the carpet. Else I'm gonna scream. See, it's not gonna let me. I'm gonna have to move the carpet. And then we can dig it up. Close it up again. And then we can put our carpet back. There we go. Wait, oh, wait. I just noticed how the tree is going over the carpet. There we go, and then poof over. That's better. No, it's not, because now poof is very far away from the table. There's the table, so we can actually, you know, eat from the table. There we go. I think I'm gonna leave it at that for today. We've, like I said, made quite a bit of progress, redone 2 zones completely, started redoing the 3rd one, then completely changed our mind and redid what I had done before and started on the drive-in. I'm gonna start thinking about what else I want to add to the drive-in, because I do think I really need to add something more there, but I'm not sure yet what. Maybe a little stall that sells corn buckets is what I'm thinking, although we do have the snack stand currently, which of course already sells popcorn, or it should at least. Can I dig this one? Perfectly fine, okay. Did we already get some undiggable spots back over here? No, that's good. So yeah, from this side, you should technically not be able to come in. Not with a car, and it's a drive-in, so you don't come in that way. I do really like how there's like giant popcorn and there's some Coca-Cola there. Ice cream sign, and there's an ice cream thingy over here. I can turn the lights on or off. I can't get in here, which is kind of sad. Authorized personnel only. I do like that. But yeah, I was maybe thinking some tables or something, but that doesn't make sense, it being a drive-in. Maybe some popcorn buckets on the ground or something, just to add a little bit to it, but I'll think about that before doing it. For now, I'm gonna leave it at this. Stuff only. Also an interact, but I'm gonna guess it's also just turn the lights off or on, so open or closed. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Except for the annoying art scammer thing. Really don't appreciate people doing that. Really don't. But I had fun. Thank you so much, Stormy and Nins and Meatball and everyone that came by. Very much appreciated, as always. Kinda sucks that chat was a bit bored at the start, apparently, from what I saw on my Discord. So yeah, that's annoying when that happens. But yeah, kind of happy about the progress I made today. Still kind of miffed about the routine duties and the fact that we have to wait yet another week before we can actually get the Cozy Cone Motel. Really keeping my fingers crossed it's a decorational piece and not a house skin, because I want multiple of that one. If it's a house skin, I can only place one, and then I'm gonna have to rethink this whole area again, which is gonna bug me. But we'll figure something out. I am happy about the move that I did with Aladdin and Jasmine, because I do believe the castle tower looks better in an oasis than it does in an actual desert. So that is something I'm kind of happy that I decided on doing. It's sometimes really tough for me to say, okay, I actually don't like this area anymore, or I have this thing that would look better in that area, but I've already done this whole area, I don't want to redo it. It's really tough for me to make that decision. It's like, yeah, but what if I don't like it and I don't remember how I actually had it? Which is a legit feeling and an issue. But in this case, I'm very happy I did it. Like we saw with flows, I wasn't happy, so I had to redo everything. But that's done, that's fixed now, and it actually looks pretty much the same still. And not just that, I do like the start of the drive-in so far. So let's pray the Cozy Motel thing is not a house skin, but is just a decorational piece. So we can place 3 or 4 over here and actually have that feel of the Cozy Motel that they have in the movie. And then wait for them to actually add the cars to the game so I can have Flo, so I can have Lightning McQueen, and all the others, especially Mater. I would love, 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 even if it's just a decorational piece. Please, Game Love, give me Mater, because Mater is just amazing. I love him. No, not Vader. Stupid captions. I said Mater. Captions are a bit warped. But at least they're there and they should convey most of what I'm saying properly. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm not sure yet about tomorrow, how I'll feel about streaming. Like I said, I wanted to last week, but then during the day I wasn't feeling great. Today as well was like a bit touch and go for a while because my back is still bugging me. I made a wrong movement yesterday, so I think I hit a nerve in my back yesterday. And when I do that, I tends to, even if then it gets unstuck right away again, which it did, because else the pain would definitely have been way more unbearable, my back still hurts, and that's because of the scoliosis and hypermobility that I have. Luckily for me, both of them are not to a point where it affects me in my day-to-day life too much. Especially not anymore since I've got my exercises to strengthen my muscles. The scare I had a couple of years ago where I actually had to use my wheelchair for a while and doctors could not find anything that was wrong. The only solution that one of them gave was, yeah, we can operate on your feet, but we can only do one. If we do both, you won't be able to walk anymore. That scared the living daylight out of me. So I'm very happy about the doctor I found here where I live. When I moved here, I looked for a new general practitioner, I believe the correct word is. Spoke to him about how my job that I had at that point was no longer going to be viable and not really good for my body. And he actually, luckily for me, listened and he said, you know what we're going to do is just um gonna send you to a physical therapist and then see how that goes. And if everything goes right, then yay. If not, then, well, we're gonna have to figure out something else. I'm very, very happy that the physical therapy helped. Um, I still have my wheelchair just in case because I do know that hypermobility can get worse over time. So I'm really, really praying it does not. Same with my scoliosis. It's stuff I don't talk all that much about, even though it is definitely part of me. My whole skeleton being crooked. It's something I want to be more open about because I think it's important as well to show the less fun side of life. Like I said, today has been a pain day for my back. I had somebody tell me, why don't you use painkillers? The main reason I didn't want to is that my pain threshold could still handle it. And I know myself, if I don't feel the pain anymore, I'm just going to go 100%, do everything that I normally would do. I would have gone sit behind my sewing machine where I'm sitting a bit like this because of table heights and chairs and everything. And I still need to be able to reach the floor with my feet. And that would have been very, very bad. So I'm proud of myself to have said, no, I'm not taking the painkillers, even though I know I'm allowed to. Any other day I probably would have, but if I can stay at home, I don't necessarily take them, and I know that's not always the smart thing to do. But I also know in my case, it's not always the smart thing to take them because I will go over my limits when I do and make things worse. Because I'm stubborn and I keep going even when things hurt. So, yeah. Let's hope tomorrow is a good day as well. Like most of them, I just have some bad days here and there. Like yesterday, I had no clue what I've done to make this pain happen. I really have no clue. It just happened. I tried to grab something from my oven. I bent forward and it was out. So yeah. Take good care of yourself out there, guys. Stay safe, and that was it for today. Maybe see you tomorrow, and else definitely see you guys next week. So bye bye. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.